Hi everyone, just doing a quick live for the Monday career planning or career series. Hope you're all well, hope you had a lovely weekend, and I'm just waiting for a few people to come online. But yeah, hope you're all well. Let me know in the comments what you've been up to, how's your weekend been? So my weekend's been pretty much a relaxing weekend. It's the first time I've ever really had a full-on relaxing weekend. It's made such a big difference. So I feel actually really rested. I'm really ready for the weekend. So yeah, let me know, how have you been, what you've been up to? So today's live is all about appearances at work. And it's about how does how you look play a really significant part in your success at work? I mean, does anyone really care about that these days? You know, back in the day, everyone tended to have dress codes. I know a lot of jobs still have uniforms, but how does it really affect what you do on a day-to-day basis? And how you're dressed, does it make you act differently? Does it actually make you dislike feeling like you have to wear a uniform for your job? Really interesting conversation that I had with somebody yesterday, and it was just through email, but they were writing an article on this and I was putting my thoughts forward. And initially I said, well, no, it doesn't really make much of a difference anymore. It's not the same as it was back in the day. But the more that I was thinking about it, actually, the more that it was only in 2017 here in the UK we had the issue with the PwC women wearing high heels, and that petition generated over 100,000 signatures because people all of a sudden we were told we were forced to wear something, and people revolted. They hated the idea of being told to wear high heels or dress in a certain way. But then for years men have been told they need to wear suits. And I was looking more and more into this and sort of going, well, yes, but high heels are seen more of a health issue, whereas suits, probably not so much. But it is actually really quite interesting how many people still think that they should be dressing in a certain way for the office. I mean, I don't know about you, do you feel that you have a certain way that you need to dress? Do you feel that you need to look a certain way for the office? I know that I start off with good intentions every time. I start off with good intentions. I try and stay as, polished as I possibly can. And then I just have days where I'm just like, I just don't want to. I just don't want to do it anymore. And so in those days, I don't make as much of an effort, but I don't think it affects my career. I don't think it affects what people think about me at all. I think it's actually all in my head a lot of the time. And there are certain days where I think, I just wear my boots that I came into work in, because why should I bother changing? Probably not the right attitude, but actually it doesn't affect my quality of my work, and it doesn't affect what other people perceive of me. And I think that's probably one of the biggest things why we care about what our appearance is when we go into work. It's not so much what's been imposed on us by our employer, and tell me if I'm wrong here, give me some comments. But I think it's actually more that people are concerned what other people think. And I think that is what determines what people wear in the workplace. And also, if you see people that look smart. I know that, the moment that a member of the royal family wears something, everyone goes out and buys it. And I wonder if that's the perception of, oh, well, I want to wear that too, sort of thing. So there are loads of factors. But one of the things I really want to ask, I guess, is don't wear things that you feel are uncomfortable for the sake of being uncomfortable. Wear things that you find are comfortable. And it's little things that make a difference, like polishing your shoes every now and again. You don't have to do it, but if you're working in corporate, then it's always a nice thing to do. We've now got to a stage in our lives where, you've got things like the rise of the hipster. That happens, there's hipsters all over the world now. And I'm sure they've been there for a very long time, but a lot more now are proud of how they dress, proud of having a beard that's, really long, and they still go to work every day. They're still accepted in the workplace. I've seen people in corporate jobs where everyone thinks that everyone has to look exactly the same, who dresses, they may dress in a suit, but they're still hipsters, and they still have like the beard, they still create their values. I think we're now at a stage where our values need to reflect in our job, and our job needs to reflect in us. And I think by having that mutual understanding and knowing that you're there to work, but at the same time the work needs to benefit you as well, I think by having that attitude and by knowing that appearances, to a certain extent, they matter to a certain extent to employers, and you've got to be the face of the company, but at the same time you also need to be the face of you. And I think once you figure that one out, and once you realise that, you know, as long as you're not looking offensive to anyone, and you're not wearing a t-shirt that has, I don't know, obscene language on it, I think you're okay. I think you can get away with quite a lot in today's day and age, a lot more than what you ever could before. And I think that is just through us having confidence as well. The workplace has changed massively. It's not really about us working for an employer anymore and, you know, doing the daily slog. It used to be, certainly isn't now. Thank you, millennials. But it's actually more that we need to make sure that we have a job where we align with that job. And if we dress in a certain way, there are very, very few employers these days that will kick back and make you dress differently. I could be completely wrong. Let me know in the comments if I am wrong on this one, but I do know that I've worked across a multitude of different industries and I've never been pulled up on what I'm wearing. Most of the time, it's actually me choosing what I want to wear, and possibly that I think my employer's going to think something by what I wear, but actually it's not true. So have a think today. Really have a think about it. What does your dress code say to you? Are you wearing what feels true to you, or are you wearing what you feel that your employer wants to see? And are you comfortable? Are you making sure that your clothes fit? Are they, you know, you're actually not feeling the whole day that you're pulling at your neck and you're pulling at your body and you're feeling uncomfortable, but are you actually feeling ready to start the day? Because that makes such a difference on your day-to-day in the office. And have a think, you know, what do you look like? What's the outside perception to you? Because that's actually a really big thing. It makes such a difference. And as I say, make sure the clothes are comfortable. Polish shoes. I mean, takes 2 minutes. Give that a go. And it's all about having the confidence to carry it off. It's not just about being told what you need to wear. This is a whole new world of employment now where you get to impose who you are on the business as well. So take the confidence, wear what you feel comfortable in today, and have a really lovely day, everyone. Take care and see you soon.